Yeah, she was talking about me. I'm
Yes.
the one that got the picture from Lue.
And thank you for
And I'm the
reaching out.
one that was, I was going to show it to Eric Burleson at Lue's event. We're the ones that brought Eric. And Lue had told me I could share it privately, just not to share it publicly. And so Eric was walking up to see the picture. Allie had told him that it existed. And Lue walked up at the same time. And since he did, I'm like, hey, Lue, I'm going to show this picture to Eric. You don't mind, right? And Lue's like, no, don't show it to him. And, you know, afterwards, we connected Lue with Eric. He went and briefed him. And I'm sure Eric's seen the picture from Lue. And Allie has it. I think Lue gave it to her. Or maybe she got it from me. But yeah, he didn't want me to show the picture to Eric. And I was, I understood because from the time between the time he gave me the picture and the time I was going to show it to Eric, we had the whole chandelier reflection mothership debacle. The whole reason that I got the picture was because I had this case, the same one that involved that UFO picture that was debunked, and part of the tranche of photos that I got was what was supposedly a picture of an alien laying at Wright Patterson that was frozen and thawing out. And so I texted it to Lue while we were having a conversation on the phone, and I texted him the picture, and he told me, he says, well, I've got something that looks similar. I'm going to share it with you, but don't put it out in the wild. You can look at it inside of MUFON, but that's it. And he texted me a picture that looked like a similar being, and that's how I got the picture. And he asked me not to make it public, and so I probably shouldn't even now. Let me put this in context. The text that you're looking at, the top image is something that was provided to me, and I was on the phone with Lou at the time, and I said, "Let me text you this. Let me tell me what you think." And so I texted him that image of the black and white image that I was told was that I was told a convoluted story, but it was part of a tranche of images. Some of them have been debunked, and so I don't take any credence in any of them. And he said, that looks like something that I've seen. And he sent me back these images. And the reason he did it was because he saw a similarity between this image of a supposed alien that was frozen at Wright Patterson and the image that he sent. And he said, I can't vouch for this. The only reason I'm sending it to you is because it bears a resemblance to the image that you sent me. And that's that. So, I'm open to any interpretation. I'm not trying to pass something off, and and Lou was very clear that he had not vetted this image. So again, that I don't want to be taken out of context. You guys bugged me to show you the text. What I thought was weird was the image that I got that was supposedly smuggled out of Wright Patterson. That's the black and white image that you can see a little bit in the text above it. The reason he sent it to me is because there's bulbous features on the eyes and around the skulls of these, that the features of the image that I sent him are similar to the features in the images that he sent me back. And that's why he said he sent it back to me, because there was some similarities in the images that I shared with him. I probably should not have let you guys see this, because it's just going to start a bunch of stuff online where people are trash talking everybody.
That's fair.
This image it was privately shared with all the stuff that Lou's going through right now. I'm not losing any sleep over the fact that I chose to go ahead and let you guys see it. But nobody is purporting anything with this. Lou was very clear to me that it hadn't been vetted. I'm being very clear to you guys that it hasn't been vetted. But what I did notice, and he noticed, and we all noticed, is that the top picture, I was told, was a negative that was smuggled out of Wright Patterson by a photographer that worked there. And it's a whole long convoluted story that I do not know is true. And when I showed that picture to Lou, that look, this thing that he sent me looks like something might have been in a crash. And there's
Well, but wait, Ron, here's the thing is we were told all day today that this photo was given to Allie by a journalist who turned out to be you, and that this photo was promised to a lawmaker, Eric Burleson,
no,
to be shown to him. Okay, like
I
this
told
photo
Eric.
was promised to Eric that, hey, we're going to show you this photo when you come to this party, and then he shows up to the party, and then you have to get permission from Lou to show it to him, and that permission was denied.
Well, here's the
Like,
thing.
it's not
Hold
it's
up. Let
not
me
what you
just clarify that. When Lou shared the picture with me, he told me, because we were on the phone at the same time this tech stuff was going on. He told me, look, you can share this picture with people people inside MUFON, but don't put it out into the wild. And so when I was at the event, I figured there was no problem showing it to Eric because that was keeping it, within a circle. But between the time that Lou showed me the picture and the time that we were with Eric, Lou had gone through that debacle where he showed that Romanian mothership, and it turned out to be a reflection of a chandelier. And so he was hypersensitive about putting stuff out that wasn't fully vetted. And so I had it queued up on my phone. Eric was walking over to me to see it, and Lou walked up at the same time. And I said, "Hey, Lou, I'm going to show this picture to Eric." And Lou just said, "No, no, 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 don't do it." And so I didn't show it to him
Yeah,
that time.
but Ali told us today that photo was the reason Burleson was at that party.
That's true. Yeah, we told him we were going to share that. Well, it was one of the reasons. We invited him because he also wanted to get to meet Lou and blah blah blah. But yeah, it was one of the reasons he came. Absolutely true.
Do
But
you
when it
see
came
how
when it
this
came time to show it to him,
works?
it didn't work out.